The laughter of children echoed through the quiet suburbs of Vermont Hollow, bringing a fleeting peace to Natalie Whitmore's heart. For her, weekend afternoons with her family were sacred. The golden autumn sun poured through the living room window, making 5-year-old Oliver's blonde curls glow as he stacked his building blocks, his face full of wonder. "Mommy, look. I built a castle." Clapping with joy, Oliver's excitement stirred a response from his older sister. Amelia, a composed and thoughtful 8-year-old, turned from her drawing pad. She had her mother's chestnut hair tied back in a neat ponytail, her brow furrowed in calm concentration. "That's great, Ollie, but not so loud. Dad's still working." Natalie chuckled quietly and brushed a hand over Amelia's head. "He's finished now. Isn't that right, Damon?" Her husband, broad-shouldered, steady, with a calming presence, looked up from his laptop at the kitchen counter and closed it with finality. Damon was an engineer with a reputable firm and carried himself with the quiet reliability of someone used to solving problems no one else could see. "Yes, I'm done for today," he said, stepping into the living room. "Ollie, show me that masterpiece." Oliver ran to him, and Damon effortlessly scooped him up, lifting the boy high enough to graze the ceiling with laughter. Natalie, who worked remotely in advertising, cherished these scenes more than anything. Though she occasionally left for client meetings, she always made it home by the time the kids returned from school. "By the way," she said as she opened the fridge, "my sister Claire's being discharged tomorrow." Claire had just given birth to her first child. Natalie had visited the hospital shortly after the birth, her heart clenched with anxiety. Now, relief washed over her. "Everything went well," she added, smiling. "That's great," Damon replied. "Grant must be over the moon." Grant was Damon's younger brother, outgoing, charming, the complete opposite of Damon's reserved nature. Despite their differences, the brothers were close, often spending weekends golfing or hosting family barbecues. "We're all gathering at Mom and Dad's this Saturday," Natalie continued. "They're throwing a welcome celebration for the baby." Amelia perked up. "When can we meet him?" "Saturday," Natalie replied. "Grandma and Grandpa's house." "Can I hold him?" Oliver asked eagerly. "Of course." But gently, Natalie reminded him with a soft smile. As dusk settled outside, Natalie glanced at the calm street through the window, her heart full. Her family was complete, and now it was growing. A new chapter was beginning. But chapters don't always go the way we expect. Wednesday morning, Claire called. "I'm being discharged tomorrow," she said, her voice tired but content. "Grant's been helping every day, and baby Leo's starting to sleep more." Natalie's tension eased. She remembered giving birth to Amelia, an anxious storm of emotions. "Saturday will be beautiful," she said, already mentally planning the day. She visited the mall that afternoon, pausing outside a baby store. What should she get? Something practical? Sentimental? An elderly clerk noticed her pondering and approached with a warm smile. "I need a gift for my sister. Her first child. A boy." That's special," the clerk said, guiding her to a set of soft blue and cream cotton clothes. "These last forever." Natalie bought the set, then decided she'd make Claire's favorite cheesecake for the gathering. Back home, Damon was helping the kids with homework. "Find something good?" he asked. "She's going to love it," Natalie said. Grant called too. "He sounds really excited." There was a flicker in Damon's eyes, one Natalie didn't fully register at the time. Thursday evening, Natalie and Amelia worked together in the kitchen on the cheesecake. "Do you think Aunt Claire will be happy?" Amelia asked. "She'll love it, especially knowing you helped." Friday morning, Natalie's mother called to confirm the preparations. "Matt's been sending so many pictures of the baby," her voice bubbling with excitement. That night, Damon and Natalie reviewed the schedule. "We'll leave by 11, she said. Claire and Grant arrive in the afternoon. Saturday morning, the Whitmore house was full of excitement. Amelia wore a dress she'd chosen herself. Oliver, donning a tiny clip-on tie, looked ready for anything. "I can hold the baby, right?" "You'll get your turn," Natalie said with a smile. The family drove through crisp autumn air to her parents' home. Oliver chattered nonstop. What's his name again? Leo. Leo Whitmore. Leo. That's my cousin. They were warmly welcomed. Her parents beamed as they hugged the kids, filling the house with joy. But the true moment came when Claire and Grant arrived. Grant carried the baby carrier like it was made of crystal. Claire, still pale from recovery, moved slowly but smiled at the sight of her family. Then came the baby reveal. Leo, sleeping peacefully, wrapped in a soft blanket. Everyone gathered around him, mesmerized by his tiny perfection. One by one, the family held him. Amelia handled him with awe. Oliver, too small to carry him on his own, sat on Damon's lap while holding the baby in wonder. And then it was Natalie's turn. Her breath caught. The warmth of that tiny life in her arms stirred memories she hadn't touched in years. But as she handed the baby back, Damon stood. Something was off. His face had drained of color. His expression turned to steel. "Take the kids. We're leaving. Now." "What?" Natalie blinked, caught completely off guard. "No time. Please, just trust me." His grip on her arm was firm, more urgent than she'd ever known him to be. Everyone in the room froze. "Wait, what's wrong?" Claire asked. Grant stood up. "Damon, what the hell is this?" But Damon wouldn't listen. He gathered the children, ushered Natalie to her feet, and pushed toward the door. As Natalie looked back at her stunned family, she felt like something irreversible was happening. The car ride was silent, eerily silent. Damon kept checking the rearview mirror. His jaw clenched. His hands gripped the wheel tightly. "Damon," Natalie said softly, "please tell me what's going on. I'll explain at home." Once inside, Damon bolted the doors and closed every curtain. "Get the kids to their rooms," he said. Natalie didn't argue, but her heart thundered. Then Damon's phone rang. He glanced at it and went pale. "It's Grant," he muttered. "I can't talk to him now." Natalie's phone rang next. "Claire, no." "Don't answer," Damon warned. Unable to bear it anymore, Natalie turned on the TV. Breaking news. The anchor's voice was calm, but the words were shattering. Local man Jason Carter under investigation for assaulting his brother Grant Whitmore during a family gathering. Natalie collapsed. Suspected involvement in an attempted drugging and kidnapping. Restraining items and white powder were found at the scene. "Grant," she whispered. Damon knelt beside her. "It's true. I hit him. I had to." "Why?" "Because he was going to take you." Natalie stared in disbelief. "I saw him slipping something into your drink. When I checked his bag, there were ropes, sleeping pills, and a key to a remote cabin." Damon's voice broke. "He said he loved you. He'd loved you for 10 years. He only married Claire to stay close." Natalie recoiled in horror. "He confessed," Damon said. "He said today was the day. That he'd finally make you his." The TV confirmed it all. Security footage. Hidden photos. A decade of obsession revealed. Grant was unconscious in the hospital. Jason was released the next day after evidence confirmed everything. Grant was institutionalized for treatment of delusional disorder. 3 months later, Natalie and her family sat in the same living room, safe, healing, whole. Claire, though devastated, found solace raising baby Leo at her parents' home. Damon returned to work. Emma and Oliver laughed again. And Natalie, every night, stared out the window at the peaceful street. She knew now, love is not measured in words, but in the lengths we go to protect it.